Okay, hello everyone. My name is Raihan Akbar Ramadan, and this video is to presentate my program for the assignment for subject algorithm and programming. My program is a game, an endless runner game, which has the objective to avoid as many obstacles as possible and gain the highest point possible. Okay, first I want to show my program. There's the icon, and to continue, I have to press any key. And here it is. I control the player with jumping and sliding with the down key and the up key. And there's some obstacle that came from the right to the left, and I have to avoid it. And we can see in the top right corner, there's the point and the highest point previously. And if I game over now is to collide with the obstacle. And so it is here, it will display my new score. And because my new score is a new high score, it will display in the screen after I restart. See, 726. All of the assets here, I draw it by myself. The concept I have in mind is using a parallax background, infinitely scrolling, and also the ground here, and also the character is have a running animation and sliding too, and also some variation for the obstacle. Okay, onto the source code here. Here we can see there is some global constant for the height and width of the screen. And then there's from the line 14 and line 45 is just bunch of the assets. If the assets texture has a variation or animation, I put it in the list. Here we can see the assets. All of these are hand drawn by me. There's the assets of the obstacle, and this is the background, and this is the ground. Sorry. And then there's a bunch of class to control the avatar of the player, the obstacle, and the small obstacle, the large obstacle, and the air obstacle. Let's go to the obstacle first because it's the simpler one. In the main function here, there's a obstacle. Obstacle variable is a list, contains nothing. And because there's a variation, it will randomly pick from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Each of the small obstacle or large obstacle or in obstacle in the air or the bird, and then it will draw it to the screen. And then each of the function will call the obstacle here, and it will update it and draw it to the screen. Yes, the program itself, I choose the obstacle randomly. Here we can see here the randomizer for the obstacle. If it's 0, it will call the small obstacle. If it is 1, large obstacle. If it's 2, the air obstacle or the bird. And then onto the avatar class. Here we can see some init function, and then the update function, run function, duck, and jump function, and then draw. The draw is just to draw to the screen, and then specifically the run and the duck, it has an animation. This line here, the 100 and 107 controls that. I use an increment for the step index here, so that it will call the run image or the duck image appropriately to the frame of the animation. I divide it by 3, and the maximum is 12, so it will the possible number here is 0, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. and we can see the running here. There's 4 frames: lari 1, lari 2, lari 3, and back to lari 2, and it will loop back to lari 1. The same logic goes to the duck, and because jump has no animation frame, it will not go. It doesn't have this line here, and then this is just to position the player, and then this is the logic of the jumping. It will the first is the Y position of the player. It will go up, and then also it will reduce the velocity so that it will go down. And if the player is velocity is lower than the jump velocity here, it will stop and will not go under the ground. And then after that, there's the main function and the menu function. The main function here, there's the score to display the score, plus equals 1, so that the score will go up every time. And then if it's modulo by 100 equals to 0, the game speed will go higher. And this is the high score. I put the high score here in the text file. So it will open and read the line and display it to the screen. After that, there's the track. The track here is the ground. It will called in the while loop later. I drew it to image of the ground so that every time the first image of the ground goes off screen, it will go back here. The position of X is equals to 0. And this line is just to make sure that the ground is scrolling from the right to the left. And then here's the main run loop, while loop. The run here is true, and this means that the game is running in 64 frames per second. This part is just to make sure that the exit is safely. When we use the top right X button, this will fill the screen with color, and then this will control the background. I use for loop 2 times. The logic is that for I in background, that means I here is the every variation in the background constant. There's 3, so that means it will go 1, 2, 3, and then here the X here will will act as a different speed for the different position, and also the different speed here. The time speed will plus equals to 1, so that every layer has different speed, so that it will cause a parallax effect, which is 3D with utilizing only 2D image. So after that, this is the scroll background to control the scroll background, and if this point is larger than the width of the background, it will go back to 0. That means it will go in an infinite loop. This will call the track background, and this is the randomizer I showed you earlier, and this is for displaying the obstacle. And if there is a collision between the player and the obstacle, it will up the death count to 1. That means the player has already dead or game over. And then it will call the menu of the death count. After that, there's the displaying score and update the menu score here. The important part is that here, if there's 0, that means it's just the game has just only started. If it's more than 0 or it is game over, it will first of all, it will display the score here. It will display the score, and it will replace the high score here if some conditions are met. That is here I use a try except because there's a possibility there's an error in the file here. The error I mean is that it's either there's nothing inside of the file or it is a string like here. It will cause an error, both condition, a value error to be more specific. Both of the except and else, it will delete the content in the file and it will write the point that we have. But in the else, if there's no value error, if the point is not bigger than the available high score in the file, nothing will happen. And then it will bleed both of the text to the screen. Yeah, and then this is just the same from before to make the exit mode safely. And then this is just for the what do you call it? Press any key to start the game or to restart to actually function. And then the end there's the menu function with the argument of the 0, which will start the game like so. This game can start because this function, I call this function. Let's play it one more time. So we can see the background has a parallax effect and also the ground. The character is jumping when when I press the up button, and it will slide when I press the down button. And when it collides, it will show a game over. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.